Hey everyone, it's Bee. Thank you so much for joining me on So HoneyBea for my second episode. May is a really busy month for me, so I wanted to share with you some of the things that I will be doing. I have a pattern haul, a fabric haul, some of the things that I'm going to be using from my stash, and also a tutorial for a circle skirt that I wanted to do this month. So get a cup of coffee, sit back, and join me. Okay, let's start with some of the patterns that I purchased recently at Joann's and then one that I had in my stash. The first one is McCall's MP318. You may have seen this. This is quite a popular pattern right now with the sleeve details. But this pattern, it's the MP318, but McCalls also has this pattern and it is under McCall's 7542. Now, the reason why I give you both numbers is because McCall's just recently, I think it was Saturday, just ended a sewing contest using this pattern. You can go on Instagram and hashtag M7542, making sure that I get it right for you. But you can see all of the people who entered into that contest making this blouse and get inspiration on different necklines, different ways that they made this blouse. I've been looking on it, and there are some really good ideas that you can get from using that hashtag. I wanted to do this blouse, but I'm going to go ahead and, because I am so tall, it is a crop top, so I'm going to have to lengthen it anyways. But I'm going to go ahead and lengthen it quite a bit. So anyways, but this is definitely one of the items that I want to make for this summer. The next pattern I have is Simplicity 8292. It is a dress, again, with those same kind of sleeve details and an empire waistline. This is definitely a dress that I want to make for this summer. And then I have a pattern from my stash. This one is McCall's 5471. Now this pattern, let me see, make sure you can see it. I've had it since 2007. I purchased this pattern and just never made it. It was one of those patterns that I just bought and never made. But with all the rage about all the sleeves right now in trending, I wanted to definitely make this. It's a white collar shirt, which is a staple at any wardrobe. You can never have enough collared shirts, white collared shirts. But anyways, I really like View E. Let's see if you can see it. The cuff detail. I have the perfect suit that I just want to pair up with this one here. You will notice that these two sleeves here are kind of similar to the same sleeves on this one. These two and these two are very similar to each other. Both are McCall's patterns. So it was, when I saw this pattern, I instantly remembered this one that I had in my stash. So I'm definitely going to be making this, and I'll be sure to share it with you in one of my monthly makes at the end of the month or beginning of the month, however, whenever I post it. But I'm definitely excited about that one. The next patterns that I have are summer makes that I'm wanting to make this summer. And again, two were recently purchased and one is from my stash. The first one is one that I've had only for a couple of years. Yeah, it's 2013, so I guess it's a little bit more than a couple. But it's the McCalls 6741. And I really like this one here. I like the hemline detail, but I like this here. It has little pockets on the princess seams. Usually, a lot of times you'll see pockets and they're on the side of the skirt, on the side seam. But this one has the detail. I hope it focuses in, maybe, if you can't see me. Hopefully you were able to see that. Who can resist making a very simple pattern where you can have a dress in just an afternoon? You know, that's really good. The next one that I have is the McCall 7530. This one's a new one also. And I really liked this one because I like the sleeve detail and the lace, and it's a fully lined dress with an elastic waistline. So it's definitely something that I want to make for the summer. But I want to use the skirt pattern for view A, even though I want to do view B. Like I said, I'm pretty tall, so if I make this one, I usually have to lengthen it anyways. So when I can get a pattern that has the option for a longer skirt, it's always a plus for me. But I really like this one. So that's another one that I'm definitely going to share with you. This one here is the McCall 7547. I really like this. It seems like everywhere right now on YouTube and blogging and all that stuff, a lot of people are making the overalls. I really liked view C. Of course, I'm going to make them a little bit longer, probably just above the knee. But I really like this. You can make them in denim or a sturdier cotton. But I'm going to definitely try that. I've never made overalls before. I don't know why. But that's definitely something that I want to do. Also, I liked this pattern because it has the pants options. So when I can find a pattern where there are different length options that I can use season after season, it is always a plus. Because I can use this one for the summer and then make these ones here for fall and winter. So this is definitely a pattern that I'm going to use more than once. But it's the M7547. So now we have on the internet, I've been seeing it's the, let me make sure, it's hashtag Vintage Pledge 2017. It's from Stitch Odyssey. And so I wanted to join in the fun. And so I'm taking out some of the patterns that I have in my stash, some that I've recently purchased and everything. But these are two that I did recently just purchase. And it is, the first one is Butterick 6379. I really like the pocket details on this suit. This one here is a little bit more advanced pattern, but it is just my style. I really, when I saw this, it just jumped in my basket so easily. I just had to bring it home. But I really am looking forward to making this. I have a summer convention that I will be going to in Bakersfield this August, at the end of August, and I really like to have patterns like this or make suits like this because I can put a simple blouse under it. And then if it gets really warm, which anybody who's been in Bakersfield or Fresno in August knows it is extremely warm. But I can take off the jacket and then just have a simple blouse. But then to look nicer, put on the jacket again. So anyways, I really like that. And I'm going to be definitely sharing that with you too. And the next one was the Simplicity 1590. This one, I'm trying to get it so that you can see it easier. This one is really popular also on the internet and vintage items. I'm wanting to make view A. I really like this scoop neckline. And I have just the right skirt for that. To make the whole, to do the whole outfit. I really like this one too with the little collar. But I'm wanting to make this one for this summer. So I don't know if having a collar is going to drive me crazy with the heat. So I'm going to do this one first. And then maybe in the fall make this one. So I really like that one. So these two patterns right now are going to be ones that I'm going to be doing for let me make sure I get it right, hashtag Vintage Pledge 2017 by Stitch Odyssey. So I just wanted to take part in that. The other one that I'm wanting to make, I'm kind of unsure about this one for this summer for the convention, but it is Butterick 6257. It is this here. Now, instead of doing the dress, I'm wanting to do a skirt and then the jacket. I like the dark details, or the pleated, I guess you could say, on the neckline. Let me see. Let me make sure. But I really like those details, and so that one is definitely one I'm thinking about making. I don't know if I'm going to do it for the convention this year, but it'll either be for the convention or it'll be for the fall. I may just keep this one for the fall and get more patterns out that are more for the summer. Okay, and so now I wanted to share with you one of my fabric hauls along with one of the pattern hauls that I had gotten also. It's one of the things that I'm going to be making for May. It is this one. It's Simplicity 2154. And I'm going to be doing this blouse here. It's very 60s inspired, but I'm not going to be putting the bow on it. But it has a keyhole neckline and a little collar that I really liked. And then I'm going to be doing this jacket and skirt maybe next month. But this is one of the outfits I'm wanting also to wear for the convention this year. So this blouse here, let me show you the fabric. I got this at Joann's just recently. It was out of stock for quite a while. So what I did was I went online and did a request so that when the fabric came back into stock, they would send me an email. So I was really happy when I got the email to say that it was back in stock. But here's the fabric that I'm going to make that blouse out of. And I'll actually put a picture right here of it so that you can get a better look at it. But I really, really like this material. It's very drapey. And so it's perfect because it's not, for the summer here in Fresno, it gets really warm. And when I can find a fabric that is both drapey and soft and not so silky, because when it's hot and you get too hot and you're wearing silky fabrics, it's just uncomfortable. And so this fabric, that's why when I saw this, I was like, I've got to have it. So I waited quite a while for this fabric. And there's a couple of other different floral patterns that they have with this brand. It is, let's see if it has it. Sometimes they'll have it on the selvage edge, but let's see. No, it doesn't have it. But I will add it. I'll put it someplace here because this is definitely such a pretty fabric. I really like this one. So anyways, that's going to go with part of the 1960s kind of pattern. And this is going to be something else for my vintage pledge for Stitch Odyssey. Then I have a couple of quilting cottons that I purchased this month, or actually last week. This one I got from Hobby Lobby. It is really cute fabric. It's just a simple cotton. But I have a crafting project of little wallets and organizers that I'm going to be making for some friends in August. And so this is one of the fabrics that I'm going to be using. And it was really colorful. I really liked it. I'll put, so much easier probably to just put up a picture for you to see. Now this one here, it is Joann's exclusive. And when I saw it, I just had to get it. And you will see why. Let me make sure that I say it right. It is series Two Daughters, and like I said, it is a Joann's exclusive, and it does have a nap, so let me make sure I've got it going right side up. And they are peacocks. Oh my goodness, and there's a gold shimmer to it. Oh, and they have other fabrics that will complement this one, and you know me, I'm going back to get some more. So yeah, I used a coupon with this one and got some. But this is also going for the project that I have in August. But I think it's just easier if I put a picture of it someplace over here. So anyways, but oh, that material is just so pretty. Now to talk about what the tutorial and everything that I want to do for this month. It is a McCalls 6994. I have had different friends ask me about making a circle skirt. And there are many wonderful tutorials on YouTube right now. And there will be many more in the near future probably, because circle skirts are a main staple in anyone's wardrobe. And where you get out a calculator, you get pattern material, or pattern paper, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and you take your measurements and make your own pattern to make your circle skirt. That is a really easy and good way to do it. But I have here McCall's 6994. And it is pretty much a circle skirt, and it's in different lengths. So for me, when I can find a circle skirt, or any pattern for that matter, that takes all the guessing work out of it, all the okay, what supplies do you need, all that, just go down and get the pattern. Get it when it's on sale at Joann's if you can. It's a Learn to Sew for Fun series again. It's an elastic waistband, but it's not like so gathered elastic waistband, because you can see here, let me get a close up. Hopefully you can see it. Here on view D, see how there's not a whole lot of gathers on the top? It's not truly a circle skirt. These views down here, they are more like a 3/4 or a half circle skirt, but these ones here are more full, and the one that she's wearing is more full also. So this was definitely one of the ones that I want to make this month, and I'll put up a tutorial for this. And then, so if you're a beginner sewer, or if you are like me, who's sewn for many, many years, and want to just add something more to your wardrobe, I encourage you to join me on that. And then what I'm gonna do is do the hashtag McCalls, or probably the M6994. And I'll give you more details when I do the tutorial. And so that way, when you make this skirt, whether you make it with a tutorial or make it on your own, you can use that hashtag and then post yourself in the skirt, or on a mannequin or something, a dress form, and so that you can give inspiration to others who are looking to make this skirt also. So let me show you the fabric. Usually I would make it in more of floral, or let me move back so I don't move the camera. But anyways, more of a floral fabric or something. But because it's a tutorial and I'm wanting to talk about grain lines and how when you're sewing anything, how important a grain line is, I'm going to be basting in white thread a grain line. So I had to use or pick a fabric that was where you could easily see the basting. So I didn't want, that's why I'm using a solid instead of a patterned fabric. But you can use any fabric, patterned or solid that you want to. But this is a blue. It's got a slight stretch to it, which I just love. So it does have, you can see that a little bit, but it does have a little bit of a stretch to it. So this was the perfect fabric that I wanted to use for that. So there we have it. We have the pattern haul, the patterns out of my stash, the fabric hauls, and the fabric there that I'm using for the tutorial, that's also out of my stash. It's always good when we can use some of the fabric that we already have. So it's kind of been a little bit of both. I will try and have that video up next weekend, and so it'll be my next video. And then that'll be the 3rd week in May, and then I will do the last week in May. Hopefully I'll be able to do my May makes and everything that I've made for this month and all the things that I've gotten into, some of my favorite things and things like that. So let me make sure that I've gone through everything. I have all my notes, of course, in my sewing journal. There are going to be other little tiny videos that I'm going to be posting to what I call SOS. There's Solutions of Sewing. And they're going to be little videos, probably about 5-minute videos on how different things that I have learned over the years in little pattern details and fixes. So that's why it's SOS, Solutions of Sewing. So I encourage you to return for the next video. And that's it for this month, or for this week, actually, for my plans and my hauls. I encourage you to give it a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe, and turn on your notifications, because then that way when I do post a video, you can find out about it right away. Also, I am on Instagram. You can find me on Pinterest, and of course on YouTube at HoneyBea. Okay, that's everything, and I'll see you later. Bye.